Let's have a little talk about how serious I am. This here is my suit of armor. As you can see, it's hard to see, but you can see some of the armor in it. Some of it you can't quite see. There's a lot to this suit. It's only a prototype I made myself, but it also includes an EMP bomb. Portable EMP bomb, electromagnetic pulse. Those lights you see on it, they can pulse at specific speeds. Now the way the human mind works is when you flicker a light on and off, if you control this yourself, you look at a flickering light at different speeds, it starts affecting your brain. Your brain gets overloaded with information. If you pulse light in a specific, not just one light, but if you pulse a pattern of lights in a specific sequence, like my suit does, it can effectively DDoS your brain and disable you in a seizure. Completely disable you. It only works in the dark because it's emitting light. It won't you won't be able to see it properly in the light, but it works in the dark, only in the dark. This suit can disable a crowd of people 50 meters with a 50 meter radius, a crowd of people instantly. And this isn't like one use thing. I can use this thousands of times. I can disable a crowd of people thousands of times before the batteries will run out. And the batteries cost me like $2. So it flickers lights in a pattern, similar to how a deep sea squid does this to fuck with the heads of other creatures. Only this is like a DDoS attack for your mind. And it just completely overloads your brain. This is a prototype. I've got a lot of I can actually enhance this to make it a lot better. I can do a lot better, but I need, I'm gonna have to have $10,000 and I need like some professional tailors and shit to help me do this. If I was gonna do a better prototype, I could make it a lot more efficient and work. It'll be more guaranteed with the work. There'll be less risk involved, but this will disable anyone nearby who's looking at it, like Men in Black Neuralizer style. Only it's not going to do one person. It'll do anyone who's looking at it. It will do that. It will do you. And I can leave this shit on. This is like Medusa. You can't look at it, or if you look at it in the dark, you're gone. You're harmlessly disabled. So this suit is armored. And it's got a portable EMP bomb, and there's more to it. I won't mention, but there's more to it. But just to show how serious I am, I made this suit of armor. This is like Iron Man meets Kick-Ass version 2.0. This is some Dr. Manhattan shit. You think I'm not serious, or you fucking cyber terrorists? I will defend the innocent and vulnerable as much as I need to. I don't want to hurt anyone, but sometimes you have to. If you have a lion that's charging at a child, that lion might be your pet. You might have brought this lion up as your pet, but it's still a lion. And if that lion decides to charge your daughter, you can't convince that lion not to do it. You can't talk him out of it. You have to choose then and there. You have to take one life. One lives and one dies. Sometimes you're forced in situations like that. And everyone has a choice in this. Everyone has the ability to stop this shit, all this terrorism and shit, cyber terrorism and shit, all the suicides that happen, all the lives that are destroyed, all kinds of shit. The destruction of legacy, which is more important than life. Everyone has the power to do something and save lives, and they don't do shit. They don't care and they don't do shit, and they make excuses. And when it comes their turn, they get attacked, they cry victim. They complain that no one saves them. Well, where were you? Where were you when all these other people died and shit? I do this every day. So sometimes you have to choose between one life. I don't like that I have to do this. There's been a lot of people who have lived and a lot of people that have died because of me. I have no problem doing what needs to be done. If I had a choice, I would let evil survive so long as the innocent and vulnerable are not harmed. But if I will not risk any innocent and vulnerable at all being harmed. If there's any risk, I must destroy evil. So all these cyber terrorists and shit on the internet who cannot be reasoned with, I will reason with them. I will try and reason with them as I'm on my way to kill the little fuckers. But I know that there's very low chance. And maybe if I do a few of them in, the rest of them will start falling in line. I do this shit because I have to. Someone has to save lives. I get my hands dirty to keep my soul clean. The rest of you, your souls are dirty. You keep your hands clean to make it, and your souls get dirty as a result. If there's an animal that's drowning in a pit of sewage, I'll get my hands dirty to save it. If you don't save that animal, and keep your hands clean, your soul becomes dirty. So I do what needs to be done. And one more thing. I prefer to use non-lethal weapons, but I have no problem using lethal weapons when it's necessary. I mean, I got raided by police over a giant battle axe and shit. They only found a dagger. And let's just say, I'm not breaking any law. I'm not, I don't have any lethal weapons on me, presently. But, I have a long history of fighting with lethal weapons and shit. I've like, for example, I grew up, at the entrance, New South Wales, Australia, in sword battles, 1 versus 6, Muslim terrorists from Lakemba. I used to go fishing like 3 or 4 nights a week, and this shit used to happen every time. I get stuck in sword battles and shit, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's a Cronulla right shit that went on. This didn't happen without a reason. I've been fighting these little shits for a long time. So when it comes to my preferred weapon, when it comes to lethal weapons, it's a good old-fashioned sword.